Yeah, I want to point out something about a Shill alert, and this was actually on YouTube. This is her, historical records vault, and she's talking. Abby Martin from Russia Today actually was a independent, supposedly a quote unquote independent reporter, and now she's working for Russia Today. I guess after several months ago, and there was this big hoopla about her asking Rand Paul, right before she rushed to work to Russia Today, she was asking Rand Paul, what about your Bilderberger meeting? And Rand Paul was like trying to get her arrested for harassing him and all this kind of garbage. I think it was a big show to actually raise her alternative, I'm going against the establishment, standing. It's a show. She is a shill. She's actually coming out for gun control all the way now, also mocking those that say there's any type of conspiracy or anything to disarm the population. And, it isn't actually per the government per se, because the government is like just, well, as the Founding Fathers called it, the government is force. It doesn't really make and think of the policies per se. It's supposed to come from the people, but it's actually coming more from the money power in his country. And it's also coming from Russia Today. Because Russia Today is trying to influence policy in the United States to get rid of this Second Amendment. And they're using this tool called Abby Martin. So she's basically, if you actually just logically figure the situation, she's not on the payroll of any Western elite. She's on the payroll of a foreign country, Russia Today, working for a state-owned propaganda outlet that's run by Vladimir Putin, who I am not a fan of at all. A lot of people think he's not as bad as the Western elite. I beg to differ. You don't know as much that I know. And I'm not putting this crap out on YouTube. You're not going to find it on the internet. I'm tempted to put something else out on here because I'm getting sick of the phony conspiracy freaks out on these channels that scream like the sky is falling, and they get their panties in a wad every 2 seconds, and they got, I don't know what the hell the deal is. It's a big circus show. But anyway, with Abby Martin, you follow a little logic all the way down. She's working for Russia Today. She's working for a foreign power. She's trying to dismantle the Bill of Rights. She's mocking anybody that says there's any kind of money power conspiracy to disarm people. And she's doing this through a foreign power. She's being paid by a foreign power. Let's just call that being a traitor to the United States. And you know what? By law, a traitor to the United States, capital punishment. Now, if I was in the government, you're damn straight there'd be freaking charges on this lousy thing here. Because, Rand Paul, maybe he was being harassed by her. Maybe she deliberately, you see this little film with Rand Paul where she's asking about, what about the Bilderbergers? What about the Bilderbergers? What about it? It's freaking a tea party for all I know. I mean, the Bilderbergers aren't the secret government, for crying out loud. It's probably, if there is one, it's probably 2 miles underground in some military base someplace that nobody knows about and never had a camera in. But hey, maybe she was harassing him. But what I could say right now is a fact. She is working for a foreign government putting out propaganda by the state of Russia to disarm the American population. If that ain't a shill, there is no shills. There's no such thing as a shill. She's a shill. But she's got big support in the supposed alternative community. Why is that? Why is that? I don't know. I picked up on this garbage with this one from day one. And I don't know. There's a lot of them that I think a lot of people would disagree with. But most of these people in the alternative media are bullshit. Either they're in there for money and they're screaming the sky's falling left and right all the time, or they're paid shills. Or they're just there to steer you in a certain direction, which I could pretty much put Alex Jones in that camp. He's another yo-yo from hell. But this one here is, I just hope people find it very obvious that Abby Martin is a paid shill, paid for by lock, stock, and barrel by Russia Today, and she's out to disarm the American population by editorializing state of Russia policy that should be on America. She's a traitor. And there's only one. Traitors get tried, and if they found guilty, in my mind, I don't know how she's not guilty, capital punishment. So, I don't know if this is too hot for you two, but I'm not saying anything illegal here. I'm saying for a fact she is a traitor. She is a traitor. She's not working for our elite. She's working for Russian elite, and she's looking to dismantle the Bill of Rights. I don't consider that a joke.